Hi everybody, it's Nikki here and welcome to today's video, which is actually something I don't do often enough on my channel, but I want to try and start doing more, which is reading vlogs, because, well, I don't do enough reading content on my channel, and I do lots of Project Pan videos for all my updates for different Project Pans, but I primarily only do 3 bookish content videos, which is my book gammon TBR, my wrap up of what I've read, and then maybe a book haul every now and again. There is a book haul coming your way very soon. I have filmed it, I just need to edit it, get my arse into gear, get going on that. So I do want to try and do more reading vlogs. I have a couple of ideas that I've had for years, let's face it. During the pandemic I came up with a couple of ideas, still haven't done them yet. Obviously, while I was in a reading slump, a reading vlog was going to be null and void. But I am well and truly out of my reading slump now. I feel back to the good old me of reading. So we are here to do a reading vlog, and I say we, but you are just watching. Hopefully you don't turn off. Anyway, if you watched my book gammon TBR for the month of April, you will know that I am taking part in 2 readathons. The first being the Magical Readathon, hosted by G from Book Roast channel. I will of course link that for you in the description box below the video. And then the second readathon I'm taking part in is the Realmathon, and that's hosted by Cassidy. Cassidy with books, or Cassidy book covers. I'll put it on the screen. Anyway, this weekend, the 15th and 16th of April, is the Peace Talks, sort of 48-hour kind of Peace Talks time during the Realmathon, and any books read during this period get extra bonus points. So I thought, what a great time to read some of my shorter books and really like read a lot. Do you know what I mean? Read a lot. So I have a stack here, and I'm going to try and get through all of these this weekend. So I thought, well, while I'm doing something like that, that's a great opportunity for a reading vlog. So the first 3 books are all novellas, and they're actually part of a series that I've already started. I didn't think, I've already read book 2 in the series earlier this month, so you'll hear about that in my reading wrap up. But these are book 3, 4 and 5 in the series. I'll put it on the screen. There's a name for the series and I can't for the life of me remember. But they're written by Tamsin Leigh. The first 2 books were like male mermaid stories, merman stories, which I thoroughly enjoyed. This one is about an actual mermaid, so the female version, A Mermaid's Heart. So yes, so we've got that one. And then the 4th one is The Centaur's Bride. I'm quite looking forward to this one. Sounds like cowboys, but he's a centaur. And then there is The Jinn's Desire. So yeah, very exciting, like genie kind of thing. So very excited to get to these. These are all like, yeah, less than 200 pages each. So should be able to get through those pretty quickly. They're also very smutty. Not much plot, lots of smut. I nearly said snot then, to rhyme with plot. I don't read that kind of stuff. Not much plot, lot of I'll say that again. Not much plot, but a lot more smut. Tongue twister there. And then I thought, I didn't have any other short books on my TBR for this month, but I do have The Stolen Heir by Holly Black, which is her new sort of, I think this is going to be a duology. Yeah, it's a start of a new duology by Holly Black, but still based in the Cruel Prince world of Elfhame. So this is going to be following Jude's younger brother. Yeah, we're continuing this story, and her writing just flows so quickly, and I'm hoping to get through this. So this is only 350 pages. there or thereabouts. So hopefully that should be doable as well. And I'm only attempting this because I seem to be out of my reading slump, and you know, it's going to be so much fun. So we have 3 slutty novellas and smutty, not slutty, carry on. And then like a full book. If I do get through that and I still have time, I'm going to try and pick up one of these 2 books. I have Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. Aveyard? Yeah. And What Lies Beneath the Veil by Harper L. Woods. As these are book 3, 4 and 5, I am going to read these in order. I don't think you need to. I think you need to read this one in the order of the first book, the second book, and then the third book. But as these ones follow like different characters, I'm assuming you can read these out of place. But I'm going to read the mermaid one first because I can and because I want to. So it shouldn't take me long. It shouldn't take me long at all. So I have me drink. I've watched a couple of people's intros today for 50 Shades of Yellow/Gold from the Fantastic Ladies collaboration. Which was great, and in honour I kind of did like I wanted to do a yellow eye look, but yellow on me looks naff, so I kind of did a sunsetty kind of, can you see sunsetty kind of look. Yeah. Oh, quite dark. Does that help? So yeah. Which I quite like, actually. I'm not mad about it. Normally I'm not a pinky kind of person, and yellow normally makes me look like I've got a bruise that's starting to go, but I quite like it. I might do this again. So yeah, so I've caught up with people's, I still have a few videos of introductions for the 50 Shades of Yellow to watch today as well. So after each book I may sit down and watch a couple of YouTube videos, and then also as well today I kind of want to do my hair. Let's get some reading done. Hi, back again. So that is the first book done. Mermaid's Heart. I think I might have called it A Mermaid's Quest earlier. A Mermaid's Heart. I gave it 3 stars. Basically it's about a mermaid who, in this world, the mermaids are quite vicious and quite more siren-like than, you know, sweet, cute little mermaid. They kind of use and abuse men. They take what they want, sex, and then they leave their merman to raise their children. And also they use human men as kind of playthings to get what they want, sex, and then they drown them. And in this book we have a mermaid who is fighting that natural instinct, and also peer pressure from other mermaids to do the same. And she tries to save a man who other mermaids have captured, kind of thing, and she tries to save him, and romance ensues. So there was quite a little bit, I wouldn't say, there is a little bit of plot in here. I wouldn't say it's all smut. The first book in the series was pretty much straight in there, pardon the pun. But, you know, with this one, and I believe the second book as well, if I remember rightly, which I only read last week, 2 weeks ago, they have a bit more plot than the first book. So I will say that as this series is going on, I am kind of enjoying the books a little bit more, but they are really quick, really simple to read. They're a good time. So yeah, I gave it 3 stars. It's not nail biting. It's not like getting you going or anything. It's not getting you intrigued. It's not getting you. It's too quick to really like get involved, get emotionally connected. So I kind of wish, in a sense, that maybe the first 3 books were in one simple bind up, because then I would have probably felt a little bit more for all of these characters. So yeah, I do like as well that obviously our female mermaid in here is the daughter of the merman from the second book, who and is also the niece of the first merman from the first book. So the first 3 books are connected, i.e. 2 brothers who are merman, and then a daughter slash niece who's a mermaid. So I do like that they were all connected. So that is book 1 down, quickly done. And I watched Amy Melissa's 50 Shades of Yellow Gold introduction. It's her first time doing it, and I am so excited for her. She is one of the newest YouTubers, project planners that I've discovered recently, and yeah, she's like me. Like she's not putting on airs and graces for this. It's just she is who she is on camera, and she just comes across as so genuine and so lovely, and she has such a smile on her face. She's adorable. I love her. Anyway, so yeah, I watched her intro as well. So I'm going to move on. I don't know. Oh, do I move on to this, or do I take a break from like the smutty quick romance and maybe delve into this, because I really want to read this. I have been dying to get back into The Cruel Prince. I'd probably say for the last 6 or 8 months been wanting to pick up The Cruel Prince and reread it, but I kept saying to myself, no, you can't reread a book that you've already read twice. So maybe this might actually give me some of that flavour that I want. Yeah, I think I'm going to delve into this next, because I know that I can pick these up like maybe during sprints or something. I think there's going to be some sprints on later tonight maybe, or tomorrow. I think I saw G from Book Roast. Let me just check my phone. Magical Readathon all-nighter reading sprints scheduled for the 15th at 2 o'clock. So they should be, they should be starting in like the next 10 minutes. Oh, there's some Magical Readathon sprints. So I might just take part in the Magical Readathon sprints and see if I can. Well, I know if I can get through this quickly, then it might mean that I can move on to like Red Queen or What Lies Beyond the Veil tomorrow and get through even more than what I planned. But if I put this off, I might not get to the other books. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to take part in G's Magical Readathon all-nighter reading sprints. I don't know how long they're going to go on for, but I'm guessing all-nighter means that they're probably going to go on for a while. And I'm going to pick up this, because if she's going to go for the rest of the evening, I can get this done. And it's only 352 pages. That could mean that I get this done today. And then I could read these 2 like early in the morning tomorrow, and then maybe pick up one of these books tomorrow and get an extra book read that I wasn't planning to read this weekend. I have an ebook of Medusa to read, but I've started reading the sample of that, and I'm not into it. It's boring me already, and I'm only reading the sample of it, which is like the first, I don't know, 20 pages or whatever it is, or 50 pages or whatever it is. So I don't know. That was for restoration, and I do need that for my career. I do need that for my Master of Elements career for Magical Readathon. So I might need to pick out a new ebook for that. Maybe I could do that. There's lots of choices, but as I say, I think the Magical Readathon all-nighter is about to start in the next 5 minutes. I do want to go get some lunch before it starts. I'm sure she's not going to start reading straight away. They're just going to be chit-chatting. So I've got time to nip downstairs, grab myself some lunch, probably some jam on toast. I'm fancying that at the moment. And get myself a cup of tea. And then I'm going to get started on The Stolen Heir by Holly Black for the Magical Readathon sprints. So yeah, I will see you in the next clip. I never know how to end these little clips, because like it's not the end of the video, it's just the end of the clip. I don't know how to end it. How do you end it? I'll see you in a minute. Hello, so glasses, glare, I'll try and keep them down like that, so you don't get the glare. That's really, I feel like a school teacher. Hello, Mom. I'll take them off. You can probably see marks on my nose, but it's annoying me. I didn't get as far as I wanted to. Yes, this is my book cover. I took the dust jacket off because I find that the bottom gets all gnarly while I'm reading if I leave it on. So I made some book covers out of some fat quarter things, so just did that. I actually still have to sew the top of it. At the moment it's just pinned, but yeah, I just haven't got around to sewing them. But yeah, made my own book covers from a fat quarter of material from Hobbycraft. Really easy to make. Fat quarter, and then like a fat quarter of like quilting filling. It comes on a roll, and I had some left over from my dressmaking and quilting days when I tried that hobby. So yeah, just made my own book cover. And of course it had to be The Little Mermaid. My husband actually bought these fat quarters, like a stack of these fat quarters from Hobbycraft for me for Christmas a few years ago, thinking they were tea towels. I was like, Scott, why would Hobbycraft be selling tea towels? Bless him. Anyway, The Stolen Heir. I have not got through as far as I wanted. Can you see I'm just up to there, so sort of there. Page like 118, 119. I was taking part in the sprints with G's book roast for Magical Readathon, and then I stopped because Scott made dinner. I ate dinner, and then while I was eating dinner I thought, I'm gonna watch an episode of Supernatural. I'm currently on season 10. So I'm currently on season 10, episode 15 now. I'll be up to next. I love that show. I've only just recently discovered it. I tried to watch it a few years back, watched the pilot episode or the first episode, got relatively scared and didn't watch another one, but now I'm older and not so scared anymore, so love the show. Yeah, Jensen Ackles. Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, so I stopped for dinner, reading for dinner, and watched, thought to myself, I'll just watch one episode of Supernatural while I eat my dinner. 3 episodes later, I realised, oops, I'm supposed to be reading. So, I turned it off, stopped it, and I tried to get back into it, but I'm starting to get a bit tired. It's only, what time is it? 5 to 9. It's only 5 to 9. But my eyes are starting to get a bit sore, and I'm rubbing my eyes, and therefore my makeup's getting all over the place. So I'm going to go take my makeup off, get into bed, and just really try and read as much as I can before I fall asleep. So I have an early start tomorrow morning. I forgot to mention that tomorrow I'm going to do like a bit of a walk. I'm going on a walk with a friend. She and I my friend and I have been going to the gym once a week for a couple of months now. Unfortunately, because of last month with my health, and then through work commitments that my friend has, and studying commitments that she has as well, we've both had to cancel on each other a number of times, especially recently. Yet we're still paying the monthly subscription. And I said to her the other week, I'm beginning to think that the gym is not worth its value the way we're using it. We're not utilising our subscription as well as we could. And she agreed. So as she was already doing this park run thing every week, I said to her, why don't I just join you on the park run? I won't run, I will walk, which is fine. They allow that. All abilities are welcome. Whereas when we go to the gym, I always feel like, you know, I'm the fat girl at the gym. You know, I just need to get my walking sorted. I just need to walk at the moment. Anything more than that and I'm just going to injure myself. So yeah, all that to say, I'm going to go take my makeup off and I'm going to jump in bed. Well, not jump, I'll break the bed. I'm going to sit and read some more of The Stolen Heir and go to bed early because I'm up early in the morning to go out for this park run thing with a friend. I may or may not take you with me to the park run, but you will probably see me afterwards. I might do a before and an after shot of what I'm like after the walk. Park walk for me. Park run for her, park walk for me. But yeah, but that is tomorrow. So I didn't look. My original plan was to get all 3 of the novellas done today, and I haven't. I've only got 1 of the novellas done, and then I've got 118 pages of my big book finished. So that would have been pretty much half of one of these. So I'm only like 1.5 books behind schedule. My thoughts that I was going to get to Red Queen and the Veils Beyond, whatever it's called. What Lies Beyond the Veil, that was it. Yeah, that's not going to happen. And obviously I didn't get to dye my hair either. That is today's vlog bit over. I will probably see you tomorrow morning before I go on this park walk thing. So yeah, I'll see you in the morning. Hi, so it's quite late in the day. It's 12:25 in the afternoon. I did get up and I did go to the park run thing this morning, but it wasn't actually the park run. That was actually yesterday. My friend and I just walked the route today. Now the route that we did, she says to get the 5k you do the route twice, but we only did the route once. So I have it on my phone. Look. So this is, I did a total of 4,419 steps and I did a total distance of 2.81 kilometers. Look at that. Yes, I have been inactive for the rest of the week because I don't leave the house, and that's the problem. I have a very quiet lifestyle. I don't go anywhere. I don't do anything because I don't work, and this is the problem I have. Like, yes, I could go out for a daily walk, but my estate where I live, it's not the place I want to be walking. No. And I don't have a car, so we can't drive somewhere where it's nicer to walk. And I don't have a lot of money because I'm not working, so I can't exactly afford buses or taxis on a daily basis to get to nicer places to walk. So yes, and I know people are going to say, oh, you're just making excuses. No, it's the reality of my life. It's the reality of my life. But I did this. I'm very proud of myself. I only had to sit down 3 times. Not just because of my weight, obviously, but because of my ankle. If you've been with me for a while, you will know that in November of 2021, I ruptured my Achilles tendon and I was in a boot for 12 weeks. Was it 12 weeks? Yeah, I was in a boot for 12 weeks and I really struggled to recover from that. And for a long time, my feet were swollen. Well, my foot was swollen, and I was very immobile throughout all of that. And even now, like over a year later, like a year and a half later, I find that if I've been walking quite a distance, like 2.8 kilometers, my ankle, and it's only my right ankle, so it's not just because of my weight, because otherwise my left ankle would be the same, and it's never my left ankle, it's always my right ankle, and it's always at the back of the ankle where the Achilles tendon is. It starts to really twinge and get really sore, and I start to like almost limp with it. So they did say, the physiotherapist did say that because I've already ruptured it once and it was quite a horrible rupture, it was a full-on rupture, that it will twinge and hurt and be prone to be more prone to injury again in the future. Luckily I haven't, touch wood, done it again since, but yeah, so if I walk too far, my ankle does start to hurt. So it started to hurt today, so I did have to sit down a couple of times. Plus I'm asthmatic, so which obviously doesn't help with my weight either. But you know what, I am doing something. It might only be walking around a park, but I'm doing something. And okay, it's only once a week, but it's better than not doing anything at all. So I know there are people out there going, oh, if you just did this and if you just did that. I know how to lose weight. I don't need advice on how to lose weight. What I need is just someone there physically, not just words, but physically saying, hey, Nicola, let's go for let's go for a walk. Hey, Nicola, come on, jump in the car and we'll go to the local park and have a wander round. Or, hey, Nicola, let's go swimming or something like that. Because that's what I need. I don't need weight loss advice or diet advice. I know. I know. Believe me, I know. So anyway, all that to say, been out for that walk this morning. Didn't get much reading done of The Stolen Heir last night. I got up to page 128, so not much further really last night. I only read a couple more pages, I think, and then I was absolutely shattered. I was trying to read, I really was. I was trying to read, and at one point I think I blinked, and the next minute I was dropping my book because the blink had turned into I was full on asleep. So it was time to put the book down, lay my head down and go to bed. So yeah, that happened, you know, when you drop your book. So I'm going to get back to it now. And for the rest of today, just really like try and get these books read, because I still have The Centaur's Bride and The Jinn's Desire that I want to get finished this weekend, and then that will be like the Realmathon Peace Talks 48-hour readathon thing complete, I think. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I was gonna do some makeup today, but I actually can't be bothered. But I got the walk done, and as long as I got the walk in this weekend and the 4 books that I had planned to read, I would call it a success. So I'm going to go read, and Scott is cooking Sunday dinner, but he's doing it a bit later today, so I've asked him if I could just have something to eat now, because I didn't eat before I went for the walk. I don't like to eat before I exercise because then it sits in my stomach and I don't like it. And I know they say eat an hour before you go for exercise. I was already up at 7:45 this morning to be going out at 9 o'clock, and I can't face food first thing in the morning. Absolutely. Never have done, never been able to face food first thing in the morning. I would rather go without and just get on with my day and then eat later on in the day. I have never been able to eat food first thing in the morning as soon as I wake up. No, I need to be awake for at least half an hour before I can face food. I just can't. So I'm gonna go before my arms drop off. I'm gonna have some lunch and a cup of tea, and then try and get on with some reading and try and get these books finished. So hopefully the next update shall be me saying, hey, I've finished a book. Because it feels ages since I've done that. So yeah, I will speak to you in a bit. So the peace talks just filming, darling. So the weekend peace talks are over. It is now Monday. It's late Monday afternoon, sorry. I'm just in the middle of doing my makeup and I thought I would do the update. While I finished off my makeup, I've done my eyes. Loving this look. So, my plan was to read all 4 of these books. We had 3 novellas and then Holly Black's The Stolen Heir to read, and last I spoke to you I was sort of like 100 pages, 150 pages I think, into The Stolen Heir. So I did finish The Stolen Heir yesterday. After I came back from the walk, I did sit and read The Stolen Heir, but I was very tired from my walk, really exhausted. Excuse me. Bless me. Not just from the exercise, you know, being obese, it takes a lot more out of you than if you were skinny, but also the socialising. Whenever I leave the house and go into the big wide world, my anxiety starts to rise, and especially going somewhere I don't really know, and there were people there, I didn't know who they were, and they were just walking their dogs, the kids, having a day out in the park. But my anxiety was woohoo. So it was like what I call like amber to high amber. Like it was high amber when I first got there, because it was kind of like, don't do this, don't go in there, don't, no. That's high amber. Like, I need to get out. I need to think about leaving this place that's causing me anxiety. And then amber is, there's anxiety there, but I'm managing it. And from about halfway round, I was from amber. And I come down from the high amber. So it takes a lot of energy out of me to to fight against that anxiety while I'm outside of the house. That's why I never leave the house. But I try to get out of the house so I don't become housebound, because that was what led to me having a full-on mental breakdown. Like, literally found me crying in the kitchen, could not move, could not speak, was completely blocked, and I ended up being hospitalised 10 years ago. So yeah, I have to leave the house every now and again to stop me from becoming housebound, but every time I leave the house, it takes a lot of energy out of me. Doesn't matter what I'm doing. But I was exhausted after the walk yesterday. I have applied, right, professional, doing my makeup and talking at the same time. I'm not a real woman, honestly. I can't do 2 things at the same time. Just using some of the Benefit Professional under my eyes, so hopefully stop the concealer from dropping into the crevices of my eye lines, my smile lines. Yeah, I was very tired, so I ended up having a bit of a nap, and so that took away quite a bit of a nap. I think I slept for about 2 or 3 hours. So I was also up early as well. I was up at like 7:30. So, you know, put a bit on my nose as well, just to stop that bit. So yeah, I was very tired, so I had a bit of a nap. That took me out for a bit. So then I woke up. I think Scott woke me up with some dinner. He made a lovely roast. You may have seen that in some B-roll clip. Yeah, played with the cat for a bit. And then I carried on reading The Stolen Heir. I'll give you my thoughts and feelings about it anyway in a bit when I do my actual wrap-up. And then I moved on to The Centaur's Bride by Tamsin Leigh. This is basically about a ranch where a herd of shape-shifting horses, humans to horses live, and they've been living happily while this our main character's grandfather used to own the ranch, but sadly he died recently, and has left the ranch to his granddaughter in his will. And when she comes, she realizes what has been going on, and there is quite a bit of a plot in this story, as in, do my makeup, Nicola, do your makeup. There's quite a bit of plot in that there is something going on. Like, it's not just about the love interest, although the love interest does get straight in there. I'm going to be using my L'Oreal Infallible foundation. I'm the shade 20 Ivory. Where's my sponge? Oh, that's my sponge. By the way, elf sponges. Bloody brilliant. Like, when these are wet, mine's not wet. When these are wet and they're really nice and fluffy, it is like putting your makeup on with a cloud. Highly recommend elf sponges. Brilliant. They're absolutely brilliant. There is a bit of a plot going on, a bit of a side story going on, while our love interests are getting it on. So it was very good, actually. I really enjoyed it. And I did manage to finish it. Look at me, I'm so white. It looks whiter on camera than it does in real life, believe me. Okay, so two things at once, Nicola. Was this really a good idea? So yeah, there's a bit more of a plot going on than just two people getting it on, and one of them happens to be a centaur. He's a centaur because they believe his mother, who was a shapeshifter turning into a horse, they believe that she might have had an affair with a man and ran off to give birth to a son who was not full shapeshifter. So that's why he's a centaur, but the rest of the herd fully shift into horses. And so they shun him, in a sense. They shun him because he's not full shapeshifter. So to be part of the herd, he's trained to be a vet. So he helps on the farm, on the ranch as a vet. So yeah. So that's kind of like the story behind it, and I really liked it. I really liked that this Black Stevens is his name. He's really caring about these horses, the herd, the shape-shifting herd. They do have like normal horses on this ranch as well. He takes her for a ride in a camp, and she doesn't know that he's a shapeshifter. And then things happen and it's revealed to her, and yeah, things ensue from there. It was really interesting, really, really good. I really liked it. Okay, I'm gonna go in. Do I go in with cream blush today? Do I do my cream blush? Yeah, let's go in with the cream blush. And I've also got my thing, but do not be scared about how dark this goes. This helps to just sort of darken up. You just sort of tap it on like that. I look really weird, I know. It's just so weird. But we'll get there. It buffs out. It buffs out. I look like a ghost right now. It just does look really weird. So yeah, I really love The Centaur's Bride. I gave it 4 stars in the end. I know I said to give it a review in a minute, but yeah, I gave it 4 stars in the end, because that plot was really, really good, and it had some moments of, oh my goodness, what's going to happen next, which I really, really liked. And there was one character in there right at the beginning, and she does leave pretty soon, so it didn't hinder too much on the story. But there was one character right at the beginning, I was like, can you just sod off? I don't like you. There was another character later on that I didn't like as well, but they were part of the big plot. So, but there was one character right at the beginning, I was like, can you just not? So I'm glad that that person left pretty quickly. See, it's all buffed out a bit, all buffed out. And then, what was I saying? Yeah, so I really enjoyed it, and I did finish that. I want to say about 11:30ish. I finished it, maybe a bit sooner than that. Maybe a bit too much. Still learning with these cream blushes, how to use them. Still learning. But yeah, I finished that about 11:30, so then I went straight on to The Jinn's Desire by Tamsin Leigh, again, still in the same series. This one, by this point, by 11:30, I was thinking, right, I'll stay up late and I'll finish it, and it'll still count. It'll still count because I haven't actually gone to bed yet. But I'm not gonna lie, it kind of got to about 12:30, and I was like, I'm done. I was dropping the book. I was falling asleep so much. But so, looks crazy. I know it looks crazy, but before I looked like a ghost, now I look like a clown. Hello. My name's Cuckoo. Yeah, I got to about 12:30ish, thereabouts, and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna make it. So I made the executive decision to just go to sleep because, like, I was not gonna take anything in. I only had about 100 pages left, so it wasn't like I had a lot to read. And another hour or hour and a half, and I could have had it done. But this is a powder highlight, but I'm putting it on underneath my setting powder because this one's a bit like in your face. So I put it on underneath my setting powder, and it just calms it down a bit. Look at that shine. Look at that shine. It's my Frankened one, so don't have much of this left, so that's good. Oh, that flew up into my hair. So yeah, I just couldn't keep going, so I decided, sod it, I'm gonna go to bed. And then this morning, I got woken up by my daughter, as per usual. And then I thought, sod it, I'll get up and I'll read and I'll finish The Jinn's Desire. So The Jinn's Desire is about a woman who, when she was only 8 years old, she made a deal with a jinn she made a wish for a happily ever after. And unfortunately, because she was only 8 years old, the jinn could not fulfill the wish. And something was happening so that her mother and grandma kind of made a deal with him that ended up them losing their lives. And this jinn, this genie, has now stuck by our main character, who's called, I've just finished, Tanika. Just finished he sticks by her side, basically making her life a living hell, until she's ready to fulfill the wish. Because right now she is like, I'm not going to fall in love with anybody, and therefore you will never get my soul. Because if you make a wish and then your wish is granted and you get what you wished for, that jinn then gets your soul and then moves on to the next person to make the wish. And she's like, I'm not going to fulfill my wish. I'm not going to find someone, fall in love and settle down and have a family with. Therefore, you have not fulfilled my wish and you have to stay with me forever and die with me, so you can never do this to another person. So she's kind of sacrificing herself to save random people she doesn't even know. But then along comes another djinn who's just looking for a way back to the djinn world, I suppose you could call it. And he's kind of pulled towards Tanika because she holds a portal for her djinn to get back home. And so he's drawn to her, but of course, he decides that she is worth sticking around for. And things ensue from there, because the djinn who she made the original wish with has obviously, because he's been trapped by her, not able to move on and terrorize other people, he's become quite a nasty piece of work. So they have to kind of fight together to defeat him. And it was quite cleverly done, actually. I quite liked it. I quite enjoyed the story. I quite enjoyed the characters. Again, there was enough of a plot there that when the smut happened, you know, it was not just the whole part of the story, it was a part of what was happening of the story. I will say that if you're not an insta-love kind of person, if you hate insta-love in your stories, do not pick these up, because literally within a day, Tanika and her new djinn, Ophia, are declaring their love to each other. So if you don't like insta-love, don't pick these books up, because that is basically what these books are. Within a day, they are declaring happily ever afters and wanting to stay with each other forever and always. So they are all happily ever afters, which I like. I like my smut to be at least happily ever after kind of smut. So that is good. So all in all, I only really got 2 novellas and 1 full-length book. Like, it's 350 pages, but I mean, come on. It's still a full-length book. Read during the 48 hours. But I'm happy with that. I am happy with that, because after coming out of a reading slump that's been going on for months, jeez, I've read more this weekend and into this morning than I've read some months. You know, was it in February? I read 5 books in 1 month. So the fact that I have read 4 books like over the weekend, and including this morning, I'm happy with that. I am so happy with that. Granted, 3 of them are like less than 200 pages, and the book is only 350, but it's still better than nothing, isn't it? It's still better than nothing, and I'm very proud of what I've achieved. I still have to log in all of them. Oh, now I can't remember if I've logged in Mermaid's Heart. I don't think I have. Did I? I think so. I have The Centaur's Bride and The Djinn's Desire and Stolen Heir to log in to the Realmathon thing. Plus as well, I think I've got to log in the books for the Magical Readathon as well, because I did that while I was on the live with G's Book Roast for her Magical Readathon over this weekend as well. She was doing a 24-hour readathon or an overnighter readathon thing as well this weekend, which was that clip that I showed you. So there was that as well. And then, yeah, I think that was it. I didn't really give you the review on The Stolen Heir, did I? The Stolen Heir by Holly Black is a continuation of the story of the Cruel Prince. It's following Oak, who is the younger brother and the promised king or the heir to the throne of Elfheim. And and it also has a character that was introduced in Queen of Nothing as well. And it's these two coming together and going on a quest to rescue Maddox, who is Oak's father. So it was really interesting, and I've got to say, this is darker than The Cruel Prince. Like, there is some moments in this and I went, oh, Holly Black. Oh, we're going there, are we? I don't remember The Cruel Prince or that trilogy getting as dark as this one did. So I'm extremely excited as to see where the second book is going to go, because this finished off in such a way that I was like, how is this going to continue, in a sense? Oh, I did not see all of this at the back. Behind the scenes content for The Stolen Heir, including Holly Black's journal and annotated pages. Oh, that sounds interesting. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'll be reading that later on. Did not notice that at the back. Awesome. Excellent. Okay. So yeah, I think this is a special edition from Waterstones for all that stuff at the back. So yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I cannot wait to see where the next one goes. So I'm just going to do my under eyes. I can't talk while I do this, so I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so that's a finished look. So again, as I say, on my eyes, I had some of the Berries shades, and then some of the I Heart Revolution Friday Feels. I've got the yellow and the pink in the crease, and then this shade on the inner half of my eyelid, and then in the Beauty Bay Berries 42 pan palette I have is it Lilo, sort of in the crease to darken it up, with a little bit of Risk just in the outer corner, just to add a little bit of depth. And then on the outer half of my eyelid I've got Sofa, so that shade there, which is really, really pretty. I love these palettes, cannot get enough of them. So yeah, pink. And then on my lips, I picked out my Revolution Def Leppard lipstick in the shade, I haven't got my glasses on, Hysteria, which is like a bright pink. Not normally my shade, but with this look, it kind of goes. It kind of goes with this look. If I wasn't wearing a pink eye look, I would not wear this. So that's my first thoughts and opinions. And already this eye is beginning to itch. I don't know why, because I've got a new mascara out for this month, and I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, to wrap up and to finish out the vlog, we had 4 stars for The Stolen Heir. We had 3 stars for A Mermaid's Heart by Tamsin Leigh. The Centaur's Bride, I gave it 4 stars. I really did enjoy the story of this, and he sounded like a very sexy man. Very sexy man. And for The Djinn's Desire, I gave it 3 stars. I did think, even I, who am not against insta-love, thought one day, seriously, one day. At least this one, I think, lasted a couple of days, like 2 or 3 days before they were denying, like, claiming their absolute love. But this one, it was a little sudden. It was a little sudden. So, yeah, so I'm very happy with that. 2 4 stars and 2 3 stars. So not a bad weekend. No, I didn't sadly get to this one during the peace talks, so it doesn't get the extra bonus points, but the other 3 do. And look, it's still 4 books done for my TBR for this month, and I'm extremely happy because, as I said at the beginning of this vlog, I only have like 3 books left on my TBR after I finish these 4. Me thinking that I was going to get to one of those during this vlog. Who did I think I was? I was just excited that I was back in the reading zone. Do you know what I mean? Got overexcited about getting out of the reading slump, I think it was. I overestimated how good I am. Total number of pages, that's a thought. 150, 320, 400, 500. So about 850 pages over the weekend. It's not bad at all. So yeah, I'm very happy with what I've done. What do you think? Will you be picking up any of these novellas? I will, of course, see if I can link them in the description box if I can. And also, you will have to read The Cruel Prince before you start The Stolen Heir. I think this is going to be one of those series you have to read them in order to understand what the heck is going on. It does a really good job. Holly Black does do a really good job at the beginning of this series, at the beginning of this book, sorry, to actually just recap what happened at the end of Queen of Nothing, to be in the situation that they are at the beginning of this book. However, this does seem like it is, the events of this are happening many years later. They're not like straight away after the events of Queen of Nothing. But I really do feel like you would benefit from reading the Cruel Prince trilogy before starting on The Stolen Heir, because you will just enjoy the story a bit more with all those extra added things that I obviously noticed because I have read the Cruel Prince trilogy first. So yeah, not a bad weekend of reading. I don't know what I'm going to move on to next. I might take a break from reading actually. I've got to edit this video. I don't know whether to pick up Red Queen or go into What Lies Beyond the Veil. I'm very interested in What Lies Beyond the Veil, but again, I think it's Fae, so I think I might want to break from Fae. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. But that is today's video for you. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. And leave a comment as well if you would like to see more of these reading vlogs. Thank you very much. I'll see you soon. Bye.